Hey, what's going on? This is Discodoggy. Gonna play with some bleed teams right now. I think I'm gonna go for 5 wins or bust. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I'm a little bit under the weather. So some things have come up. I haven't been. I don't think I made a video for a while. I don't think I did anything during the week. I think I made one last weekend, but here I am. It's Saturday. Hopefully, I'll put out something today and put out something tomorrow. So. What am I doing here? Playing Bleed Teams. Nightly from YouTube suggested that what should I say, requested a Bleed Team. This used to be one of my favorites. It's a bloody green. The Darkmoon rabbit was a dream come true when I first got it. I actually switched servers to get it. I took some of my money from Tarinas and went to Area 52. But, I just, when I was doing a warm-up game, I server transferred to Area 52, excuse me. But when I was just doing a warm-up game, I was facing a crab as well. I ended up winning, but it was tough because of that shield. Really, the only the big damage I can do is with my maul and my blood in the water. And with the shield up, everything else is going to be diminished. So hopefully all my other attacks, because really all I have from him is huge sharp teeth and stampede. Nope, not looking good for me. Let's see what's going to happen here. Is he going to be able to take that guy out on the back line with his AoE? I'm not sure he has it. Nope, that might not sound too great. Oh, okay, that's fine. I can live with that. So long as my bear cub is going to survive back there, I'm good. I don't think that. Let me see, what did that guy use? Ah! Where's the moveset? Okay, I recently moved up to, or upgraded to the newest version of Rematch, and obviously I don't know how to use it, so I forgot if the Whirlpool and the, God, I can't remember what it's called, Primal Cry are on the same tier there. I'm hoping not, because I don't want him to be able to Primal Cry my infested bear cub. I should have paid more attention while I can see the moves in front of me. I think I'm still going to be alright. So in case you don't know how, normally I get very excited when that happens, but let's see, am I going to be able to take him to 0? Okay, so as I was going to say, in case you don't know about bleed teams, the goal is to get the bleeding effect up, and then use your other moves that enhance bleeding to, enhance it. Actually, bleeding enhances maul by making it hit twice. Bleeding enhances blood in the water by increasing its hit chance from 50% to 100%. So, I'm not as afraid of that. So I'm going to be able to get one here, and then before the shield goes up, I'm going to be able to get another stampede off. And then this is going to be blocked, and that's probably going to be the end of my Darkmoon rabbit, which is fine with me. I've been playing with these bleed teams, and they're not easy anymore. They used to be one of the better teams around. They are not easy to win with right now. I think I should have this covered. Oh yeah, it's not on the same tier. Okay, I'm good. Alright, Snarly is an excellent sweeper. But the question is, will I be able to survive a whirlpool? Can I take him out with 2 of these? No, so I'm going to have to use my blood in the water here. Will I be able to survive this whirlpool and whatever he's going to throw at me right now? I think I will. Very close battle. I have come out ahead with my what used to be my favorite bleeding team, however you want to refer to it, on a bloody dream. That is in my MOP teams tab. So there we go, 9-1. You know what? Let's see if I can get this up to the 10 wins plus by winning another battle. I don't want to battle. What do I want to do? It's kind of weird when you use something over and over and over, then it changes. At least for me, I'm kind of like, oh, what do I do? Like, I wanted to start a battle or join the queue, and I wasn't quite sure how to do that. So, let's see, what other bleeding teams do I have? Well, oops, that's not right. Snarly. Oh, actually I don't use Snarly exclusively for bleeding teams. Ooh, there's some interesting ones with the Deathwatch Hatchling. I never played with those very much. So looking at matchups, I see Snarly is going to be good against the Molten Corgi. Possibly Argi, the Darkmoon Rabbit against Argi, and the Bear against the Dread Hatchling. So I think I'm going to be okay here if I can force these good matchups. So let me go and dodge first because I don't know what to expect from those two. I hate to be derpy McDodgster using it on the first round. Well, I got outthought there, so it's okay. It's still got my dodge, so there's no reason to swap now. Actually, you know what I can do here? Is I was going to swap and get Snarly on, but I'm going to take some hits with my Darkmoon Rabbit because they're gonna be weak, and then that's gonna give me 1 turn of Stampede against this guy, and then sure he might use a beast move against me, but let's hope not. Let's hope that I can apply that, and I'm good. Okay. Well, if you're gonna stay in with that. I think I'm not going to swap here. Nice thing if he uses the heal, I got a lot of little ticky-tack moves there that are going to cause the heal to not heal for a lot. So the second heal is going to be for 37 if he uses it. There you go. So this isn't really the matchup that I wanted, but my opponent was letting me do something that was going to lead to a favorable outcome. So here's my favorable outcome. Now, if Argi comes in, that would be great. There we go. I don't want to face the Dread Hatchling with my Darkmoon Rabbit, because it's faster. Well, you can see what I'm up against here. I hate it when my opponent does something really dumb because it just makes me feel like, well, my win doesn't really count for much because my opponent doesn't know what they're doing. Why would you headbutt right into a dodge? I don't know. Okay, so what's going to come next? I should have saw that coming. really, this is what I want, because I don't want my, I don't want Snarly in against the Dread Hatchling. All I really want is Snarly to have enough health, which isn't going to happen now, to get a bleed. So I'm going to surge against the Dread Hatchling and then tank it with my Infested Bear Cub, and then bring in the Darkmoon Rabbit to... Why? Okay. Yeah. I had 206 health. Your regular move would have taken me out. I wonder why you didn't do it last time. These are legitimate size, but... or I should say, these are real size. These are not sized. Use size used for dramatic effect. They are size. Oh. It's a little too late for your darkness to prevail, buddy. Okay, well there you go. A bloody dream. Where to go? A bloody dream. 10 and 1. I don't know why. I don't know what purpose it really serves, but I always put the asterisk there for my MOP teams that I moved to 10 wins plus, just so I think if I ever decide to, I think I did that in the beginning, so if I ever decided to get rid of this queue, I'm sorry, to get rid of this tab, I knew where to move them back to. What am I doing? I'm just randomly clicking things. Where am I going? I'm trying to go to favorites. Blood and Paws. I'll change it up a little later, but this is another bleeding team. Hopefully I will get an opponent who kind of knows what they're doing. I don't think the first battle was too bad. I think my opponent knew what they were doing. They actually used repair effectively, which is hard to do sometimes. So props to them. I still won. My second opponent didn't really know what the hell was going on. Maybe this one will. Let me tell you a little bit about the Darkshore Club. Now you just saw the Infested Bear Cub. That was my my Snarly's favorite companion. Let me say that was my bleeding combo. But now I like to pair it with the Darkshore Cub. Sorry, just thinking about how this battle is gonna go. Well, is he gonna derp on sight? Oh. So now the bad thing is if I lose to this guy after just talking crap about they don't know what they're doing, I will look really bad. Okay. Guy who lost badly last time to Discodoggy 0. I lost both the head games. So I'm going to go and bring in my Blighted Squirrel now. I'll get back to my topic, the discussion of the Darkmoon cub in a moment, but let me just get this up. Now I'm thinking about that bird, that flyer. I gotta be careful here, because I like to use undead pets against flyers. So I can always just I figure I can do enough damage against them with my defense. It's like they're listening to me, they're doing what I want them to. I like to use undead pets because birds hit hard, they hit fast. The undead ratio allows them to outlive the heavy hits. Take the flyer below its flying ratio, and then give me a second here. Let me think. So it's 122, and then it's 222 and 100. Alright, so there were a couple of topics that I didn't finish. Now it's getting all muddly in my mind. So, yeah, undead pets against birds, against flyers, outlast the flyers hard hitting. How much does headbutt hit for? I want to make sure that I can get a bleed against Argi. No, well, I won. I won the coin toss, so it doesn't matter. Let's not get stunned here. Fair enough. And I know he has a bleed. I know he has the heal from last time. So I think I'm doing alright here. There we go. Good game. Unless that heal can somehow outlast my Darkshore Cub. Ah, the Darkshore Cub. So you're not going to really see it in this battle, but so look how much Maul hits for without the racial activated. Wow, that was a lot. Just imagine when the racial is activated, how much it hits for. It's over 1,000, and there's been a couple times when I've had shattered defenses up, and it just it's shattered defenses and bleeding. It's amazing. It hits for an amazing amount of damage. So one thing that rematch is doing. Here, let me finish that. So I really like the Darkshore Cub. Plus, it's kind of a sleek-looking bear. It looks pretty cool. I like the looks of it. But I guess as far as battling goes, it also has bites. So if I get into any trouble against undead shielded pets, which I just did 2 times in my first 2 battles. Oh wait, did I? No, I did 2 battles in a row. The one was right before I started videoing. Can you even say filming anymore? I'm not using film. Recording, that would be the correct word. So there's some bleed teams. Oh, so what I was saying, the Darkshore Cub against shielded aquatics. It helps. It does big damage. It has a 260 speed bash, which can be quite useful against. Which can be quite useful against slower undead pets. Let's see if I have another team here. Oh, there's only 2 of them. Interesting. I would have thought that I had a lot more. Holy crap! It is turning into an all bleeding day here. Let me see. What do I think about this? The Darkmoon Rabbit and Snarly. Darkshore Cub. Alright. Alright. I don't remember how well this team did in MLP. As you can see, it doesn't have a record yet. It means it's been a while since I played it. Definitely since April when I started keeping records. But, am I queued? Yeah, I'm queued. You know what? I'm going to play another bleeding team. I actually have some new teams here. Nothing too exciting. I started using Turkey and Trunks together, which was interesting because that led me to use Mr. Wiggles, who I've had all along in Trunks. I know that was suggested to me in the past, and I think I tried it, and I was like, I don't really like it that much, having to set up the When Alex Fly with Uncanny Luck. But after using Lucky Dance to set it up, I was like, this is kind of fun. Look at my records with Turkey: 6 and 4, 2 and 2, well, 8 and 3, but that's because the Graves and the Death Adder were carrying. So initially I thought Turkey was going to be pretty viable. Maybe it is, because I went from putting it on a competitive team to trying to use Uncanny Luck with, Lucky Dance with Trunks. So, maybe I can use it on on a team that doesn't try to use that synergy. So let's see here. I've been 2 minutes in the queue. I'm not in the queue. Oh, it wasn't a great movie, but it was good enough to stick with me and make me think, oh god, I don't want to be in that queue. So, what else? I made some new tabs, and as I mentioned before, I'm using Rematch, Rematch 4. A couple things that are different in it is you can't stretch it at all. It means you can only see 11 teams at a time. So I don't think that that's going to be like a huge deal at all. Another thing is you can only have 12 tabs. Initially, I thought it was going to be sort of a big deal, but it's not. I mean, I even made some new tabs. I got rid of some old tabs, at least one old tabs, and I actually tried to separate out my favorites. Now it's looking pretty lonely, but I had my Journey to 100 teams, which I will get back to, I promise. my new teams and my favorites all in one, and it was hard to keep them separated. I mean, what did I say? What did I just say? Sometimes I talk about thinking. It was hard to just for me to look at them and I guess keep them separated in my mind. I guess that's what I was thinking there. What else? W, Conquer W, whatever your name is. There's a person who runs 2 teams. They run MPD, Graves. What's the third guy? It's a tough team. I don't see him very often, but when I do, it's a pretty good team to beat. I mean, it's a pretty hard team to beat. I can see the bear. I can see that dog in my mind, but I can't. Oh, the Alterock Blue Pup. It's hard for me to beat that team, even with some of my better teams. So I thought, well, maybe triple Bone Serpents might work well against it since it's healing. Bone Serpents are well against Graves. Bone Barrage good against Decoy. It's actually a pretty decent player, so as you can well, I've only played it 3 times, and I've never had to test it out. I never got to test it out against that player, but that's why I'm running the triple Bone Serpents there. I tried to make a triple Bigglesworth team just because I can, because I have 3 of them. Because back when that achievement was first available, you can get 3 of them, and so I've lost both games so far with it. It was actually a team to fear back in the day, like back in 5.2, I think it was. It's like people would go in the forums and complain about triple Bigglesworth teams, which is funny. Oh, I have Decoy instead of, I'm sorry, I have Burrow instead of Stampede with this one, which might prove to be useful against this Hydraling. Oh, okay. Well, honestly, I would have liked the Stampede with Lightning, but that's okay. I'm expecting the shield to come. Oh. Jeez. Put your damn shield up already and stop damaging me. Whoa. What kind of bizarro world am I living in? Okay. I'm going to take one more deep bite here. It's not doing too much damage to me. And dodge, or can I finish him off with the burrow next time? I don't think so. Well, let's give it a shot. So, yeah, I mean, my bleed teams are going to look like, wow, if you just look at the records. You're like, wow, the bleed teams, they went a lot. But look what I'm facing here, man. kind of pointless, actually. I mean, I'm starting to think like maybe I shouldn't even record this. Maybe I should start over, but I actually got a lot to do today. Part of a lot to do includes watching the Arsenal game after this, but after that I have a lot to do, so I don't want to stop and start over. It's a bad habit to get into. So what can I talk about? What am I gonna... Well, the one important choice I have in this battle is to bring in Snarly or the Darkshore Cub. I'll bring in Snarly so I can use Snarly against... I'm sorry, I'll bring in the Darkshore Cub so I can use Snarly against that Elemental. I can use it to surge the Hydraling if I need to. Ouch. That hit for a lot. There you go. Maul, a bleeding Maul in action. That was a real sigh as well. Okay. Well, there's 4-0, but it's not a very interesting 4-0. Where was that team? That was over here. Blood and Paws. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, that's what I wanted. Jesus. I have this, like, really bad habit. Oh, crap. Getting all confused. Slow down a second. Okay, I'm not sure about that record. I'll check it after the video's over. I want to remove favorite. Teeth and Paws. That's what I want. I was going to say, I've developed this really bad habit over the last couple of, I don't know, is it years? Is it a year? What? Of just like clicking things without thinking about it. It's kind of a bad thing to be doing when you're trying to be efficient on the internet. Okay, so there's 4-0. This is going to be the like lamest video I've ever made, but I think I'm going to keep it. Let me try one of these new teams. How about Mr. Mushrooms? So, oh, I thought this was, oh, okay, so the synergy here is with Uncanny Luck, and when Alex fly, I want to get Uncanny Luck up, and then use Moonfire, and then have 2 turns of when Alex fly at 100% priority. I mean 100% hit rate and a priority move. So it's basically like if you can take the time to set that up, you're getting 1500 damage guaranteed over the next 2 rounds. Well, I shouldn't say guaranteed, but you can go against the mechanical, which wouldn't be guaranteed. You could go against someone who can dodge or avoid one of the rounds. That's not guaranteed, but yeah, it's a lot of damage for 2 turns in a row. Now, what I was trying to do with this team here is I was trying to use another pet that can already change the weather, so I don't have to use Trunks to change his own weather. But it's actually not doing as well as when I just used Turkey or Wiggles and another pet that can't change the weather. So, you know, so what I'm saying here is like this team. You think like, oh, another fairy dragon. It can change the weather to moonlight. Then I use Lucky Dance, and then I bring Trunks in, and now I have 3 turns of when Alex fly, because Lucky Dance is still up for 3 rounds after the swap, but I don't know, just didn't work out. I know that's a pretty small sample space to be dealing with. Didn't work out as well as this other pet, possibly because, well, Turkey is, the Infested Squirrel is just a pretty good pet in its own right. So if I had to pick between having Infected Squirrel, Sentinel's Companion, or another Fairy Dragon on my team, I'd pick the Infected Squirrel, so that could be why there. This key needs to hurry up. Arsenal Everton on at 9:30. 9:30 here in America, United States of America. I do that sometimes when it starts getting 3 minutes. Seems to work most of the time. The queue pops sooner. It doesn't work every time, which makes me think it may not work at all. You know, confirmation bias and all that. I've never actually even learned in a class about confirmation bias. I just hear people talk about it so much on the damn internet. When it comes to RNG and data collection and all that. But yeah, what else is going on in the world of pet battles? So there were some new teams, some new pets introduced. I haven't found, oh, this is the only really good team that I've made so far. I've thrown the Spectral Spinner on a Darkness team that already has my insane combo of Bone Serpent and Nightshade Sproutling. 14-3, which is nothing to scoff at, but it's not. I don't know. It's just, I think the problem is it's another pet sort of like the Nightshade Sproutling. It's a 325 speed pet with Blinding Poison. It has Spectral Strike, which you can use in Darkness. I don't know. It just I see this team doing like, I don't know. Let's look at these records. There's Frosty Cold Rats. There's Rich Girls. I expect it to be probably somewhere in between those two. I don't expect it to be as good as Rich Girls, but probably a little better than. I don't know. We'll have to see. Frosty Cold Rats ain't a bad team. Okay. Now I'm wishing I had the two weathers. What do idle users like? What do idle users do? They like to start with their idle. I think that I'm not a mushroom pro. Oh snap! Okay, that may be good. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. You're just gonna keep that dude in the whole time? Okay. Okay. See how fast this ramps. It actually ramps pretty well. Maybe I made a mistake here. One more turn and you're dead. Yeah, I'm okay. I got one. Actually, that was a really good sequence of moves because he's dead. That pet is dead, and now I still have one round of Stampede. Well, it's not going to do anything against the idol in this storm. So here's where this team gets a little bit difficult. I think this is going to work, so I have to bring Wiggles in. And now I'm going to use my Lucky Dance. I'm gonna get my Moonfire up, my Moonlight out before he gets a chance to set his Sandstorm. That's fun. That's great. So this is good. I'm going to be able to do over 1,500 damage to the idol. Even though a Sandstorm is next, I have a priority move here. What am I looking at? I'm not done with the idol yet. Or am I? I am done with the idle. I was thinking I'm not out of the woods yet, but there's the woods. Here's me. I'm out of it. Okay. Now I'm just an RNG noob, hoping that my 50% move hits. It did not. Disgusting Oozeling. What moveset does he got there? Okay. Well, there you go. That was an example of type of power you can get from Trunks with Lucky Dance, or in this case, Uncanny Luck. So, kind of a boring day. I'm under the weather, my voice reflects that. Not a lot of good competition in the queue, but I went 5-0. I'll go ahead and put the video up. Hopefully you can learn something from it, but I don't know. Even the bleed teams, the bleeding teams, they weren't really put to the test. So, anyways, I should have some more content up tomorrow. I hope you enjoy your Saturday today, if it is indeed Saturday when you are watching this. I'll play some of my new teams tomorrow with Turkey. I'll play with some of the new pets, but trying to babble-proof myself, so you have a good day.